choose joy. Let it move ya. Let it move ya. Let it move ya. Let it move ya. I choose joy. Let it move ya.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning table here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, we know that love lives here, and
together we rise.
Together we rise, absolutely. So let's say our focus statement this morning, shall we? Okay, sound like a plan? All right, so today we're talking about love. So how about we say it with all the L's? All right, so what L's are we saying it with? Love, luscious, lovely, lively, liberty, laden, light. Okay. You ready? Hi, Maria. Here we go. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, indeed we do. And we here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, Gabrielino Tongva, Kizh, and Pechanga peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence. To live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So once again, good morning. I am Jeff Ryan. I am the spiritual director and senior minister here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. And today is Sunday, September 1st. So that means it is a new month. So if we have any birthdays, if you were born in the month of September, we invite you to stand so that we can recognize you. Yay. All right, and here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday, all of September people. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, congratulations, our September babies. How about any anniversaries? Anybody celebrating an anniversary in the month of September?
Nobody? Oh.
Nobody? Okay. I guess that was not a month for love, even though that's what we're talking about. So, all right, fall weddings, maybe, I don't know. So, or maybe they're all on vacation this weekend, celebrating their anniversaries this weekend. So, all right. Perfect. So it also means new music for us. Every month we switch up our congregational songs. So new music for us. So we invite you to stand and sing along to the word. The words will be on the screen. It's really easy this time. It's really repetitive. There it is. And so we invite you to stand, sing along, and dance. So here we go.
With me. People need people to the Spirit. There's nothing better when the kids all come together. People need people when there's nothing but love between us. We can finally start to see what God knows. People need people, yeah. People need people. We're gonna do it again, here we go. People need people. To the Spirit, there's nothing better when the kids all come together. People need people. There's nothing but love between us. We can finally start start to see what God knows. People need, people need, people need people. Sing it with us. People need, people need, people need people. When there's nothing but love between us, we can finally start to see what God knows. People need, people need, people need people. Last one, here we go. People need, people need, people need people. Yeah.
Yep, you're good.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Jeannie Kataoka, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners and your animal chaplain here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I will be available after the morning table for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby. Please don't leave here with anything on your heart, be it a celebration or a challenge. I would love to pray with you, and we know that absolutely prayer works. There's a candle in the center of your table. I invite you to light it together with me now. Thank you. That's the tricky part. As we come together in this conversation this morning, this candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our own light shines brighter. Now, please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I have to go, no one I have to be, nothing I have to do but gently breathe. Oh, breathe. Just breathe. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I have to be, nowhere I have to go, nothing I have to do but gently breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. deeper and deeper I surrender to this love.
And continuing in the spirit of that beautiful song, going deeper, deeper into that connection with ourselves, and deeper and stronger in our connection with that entity that we call love, God, Spirit, the one mind, the one source. Each and every person here has a connection with that source. Whether we feel it or not in every moment, doesn't matter. It still exists. Just breathing that in. Breathing in peace. Breathing out love. I bless each and every person here. I bless this service and all who are here, whether online or here in the room. Knowing that this service is blessed, this day is blessed. Our lives are blessed because of this philosophy and this belief. I just let this be, and together we say, and so it is.
So you all had a little bit of homework that Reverend Sanja gave you last week. Do you remember that? I hear a lot of no's. There's no guilt at Centers for Spiritual Living. There's no shame. And no. And yes, so she gave you some homework about being creative around forgiveness. Now, do you remember that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember, Jeff. Okay. So Jeannie and Mike did their homework. Go figure. Yay. Right? So Jeannie and Mike have a little skit they're going to do for you here. And it is a conversation about forgiveness. And the characters are Mike, represented by Mike, a thoughtful, optimistic individual, and Jeannie, acted by Jeannie, a skeptical, practical person, and the cozy is the cozy.
You're having a day.
The setting is a cozy coffee shop, and clearly I need to go get coffee. Mike and Jeannie are standing at a table, sipping their beverages.
Hello? So after hearing Reverend Sanja's talk last week, I've been thinking about forgiveness lately.
Why? It's a pipe dream. People hurt each other, and there are consequences.
Well, I understand that, but what if those consequences can be mitigated? What if forgiveness can offer a path to healing and reconciliation?
That's all well and good in theory, but in the real world, people aren't always willing to forgive or be forgiven.
Well, that's true, but even the smallest step toward forgiveness can make a big difference. Can help us let go of anger and resentment and open ourselves up to new possibilities.
I guess. But how do you actually practice forgiveness? It seems so elusive.
Well, it's not easy, that's for sure. But it starts with understanding that forgiveness isn't about condoning the wrongdoer's actions. It's about releasing yourself from the pain and bitterness that those actions cause.
So it's more about self-healing than anything else.
Exactly. When we forgive, we're essentially saying, I'm not going to let this hurt define me anymore. It's a powerful act of self-liberation.
I never really looked at it like that.
And remember, forgiveness doesn't mean you have to forget what happened. It just means you're choosing not to let it control your life.
That's a good perspective. Maybe forgiveness is a bit more attainable than I thought.
And the more we practice it, easier it becomes.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's time to give it a try.
Faith, trust, love. Love can move mountains. There ain't a dream that don't have a chance to come true now. It just takes a little faith, baby. Anything that we want to do, we can do now. There ain't nothing in our way, baby. Nothing our love couldn't rise above. We can get through the night. We can get to the light. Long as we've got love to light the way. Oh yeah, with a little faith, with just a little trust. You believe in love. Love can move mountains. Your heart, you feel it in your soul. Love, love can move mountains. Oh yeah, baby. Ocean deep and mountains high, they can't stop us because love is on our side, baby. We can reach the heavens and touch the sky. Just believe, believe in you and I, baby. If we got love, it's strong enough. We can do anything, we can through anything. Cause through it all, love will always find a way. With a little faith, just a little trust, you believe in love. Love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and feel it in your soul. Love, love can move mountains. With a little faith, just a little trust. If you believe in love, love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and feel it in your soul. Love, love can move mountains. Oh, believe in love, love can move mountains. Oh, with a little faith, just a little trust. If you believe in love, love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and soul, and your love can move mountains, baby. Love can move mountains. Woo! Thank you for standing up.
There I am. Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning again. Welcome to more of you, and welcome to more of you joining us there online at home. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble responding to you at home if you're on Facebook. It's been pretty easy to respond to those of you on YouTube today. For some reason, StreamYard is not wanting to let me talk to you all at home there on Facebook, but that doesn't mean you can't still talk to me and we can share it in the room, etc. So please feel free to go ahead and make sure to let us know that you are live there at home or wherever you are in the world, so we can include you in our morning table this morning. And don't forget, also, a little bit later, we will be moving to the morning table, and so you can join us online in our Zoom room, so at our Zoom table. So for those of you joining us at home or somewhere else, maybe you're at the park or a library or you're out camping, wherever you are, make sure that you join us. So great to see you this morning, Vicki, and good to see you, Mom and Dad in Vegas, and everybody else there at home. Go ahead and type in where you are watching us from. Good to see you all. Great to see all of you here in the room as well. Today we are talking about love in action. Today we are talking about love in action. Well, y'all out of practice. I can't go away so long anymore. All right, you lose practice. All right, so love in action it is. So what is our focus statement, my beloveds? Yes, we embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. You said that okay. I think you kind of mean it. But yeah, when I go out, and I was in Mexico, as you know, for a couple of weeks, and I was at the the Convention of the Americas, where I had the opportunity to not only do a workshop and not only do the call to ministry for the graduates of the School of Spiritual Leadership in Latin America, but in Spanish, by the way. And but I also had the opportunity to present the keynote address on the final night, which was on Friday, the 6th. So I will be sharing that with you next week. However, as I was with all my beloveds there in Central America and Latin America, and then Eddie and I went to Seattle, and as we were with beloveds in Seattle, people ask me about our community, and I tell them that everyone in our community who's been around for, more than once, right, knows this statement of our focus statement, which is, yes, we embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. And so then they always ask me, well, what does that mean? And I have an answer, but I'm curious as to what your answer is. So for my beloved Roxanne, who loves processes and who loves it when we as a community do processes together on Sunday mornings, I invite you to make sure that you have a piece of paper in front of you, or a device, and I invite you to make sure you have a pen that writes. I know that that can sometimes be a challenge because our fancy pens have started to get a little bit older, and so they're getting a little more dry and brittle. So find yourself a pen that actually works, okay? And we're going to do a process here. We're going to do a little bit of processing, and then we are going to go to the morning table. And for those of you at home, I did go and get my coffee, so much better. So before we do that, I just want to make sure you're prepared. Okay. So we are a center for spiritual living, yes? Not a center for spiritual sitting on our butts, right? So a center for spiritual living therefore implies that not only are we being, but we are also doing, yes? And so when we talk about love, we know that love is just not an idea. It's not just an ideal. That it's not just a feeling, ka-thump, 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 hi, my love. Right? It's not just that. Oh, Marty thought, hi, Marty. Marty thought I was talking to him. I don't know, Vicky might have something to say about that, Marty. So it's not just about that feeling of love, right? Love is a verb. Love is not just a noun. Love is a verb. Love is an action, meaning we have to take love and we have to put it into action. We must act from and act in and act with love as the center of our being, as the presence of who we are, recognizing that it is the very who of who we are, that we are inseparable from it, that there is only one life, one love, that is back of all of life, back of all of creation. It is the creator. It is the creative force. It is consciousness itself. And the only thing that exists is this one energy that we choose to call love. We don't choose, we can choose to call it Ed. We can choose to call it Anita. We can choose to call it Jeannie. We can choose to call it Jabel. We can choose to call it Alan. It doesn't care what we call it, right? It doesn't care. What it knows is that it's love. It's unconditional love that is the pure essence, pure energy, pure joy, pure harmony, pure bliss that brought forth all of life, all of creation, that is unfolding and continuing to unfold in perfect action, in divine right order, in absolute perfection in every single way. It's when we humans, which are also love made manifest, start getting in there and mucking about a little bit, that not everything always feels like love. Sometimes it doesn't feel like love, right? But it's our job as love made manifest. I've shared this with you before. I share this with you now. I share this with everybody I meet when I have an opportunity to speak. If you're wondering what your life purpose is, if you're out there seeking, I need my purpose, I can't find my purpose, I don't know what my purpose is. Your purpose is to be the power and the presence of love made manifest here and now on earth. That's it. Your purpose, your sole purpose, your singular purpose is to be the power and the presence of love made manifest. How you go about showing up like that is your vision, your idea, the way that life expresses through you or love expresses through you, or the way you clamp it off, right? Sometimes we want to clamp stuff off, we want to shut stuff down. How open you are to it, how open you are to giving, how generous you are, how much you experience and feel the love within you and radiate it out, that is the amount of love. Love is inexhaustible, right? Ernest Holmes defines love as the ever-givingness of spirit, meaning that there is no exhaustion. There is no way of ending love. There's no way of cutting it off. There's no way of stopping it. There's no way of making it smaller. Love is love. It is forever, it is infinite, and it is eternal. Okay? We good? Roxanne, are you ready to do some closed-eye process? Yes. All right. Not to call you out, but, I know you like these. Okay. So Roxanne was worried that I was just going to call her out and say, hey, what does it mean to you? And when I said we're all going to do it, she's like, ooh, all right, we're good. All right. So, doesn't mean it won't come to you later. Anyway, love you. Okay. So, I invite us all to take a nice deep breath and out. And center in and ground in, recognizing that this breath is the breath of life that is maintaining and sustaining you, that is maintaining and sustaining all of life and all of creation. There's nothing you need to do with this breath, just simply notice. As the song said, gently breathe. You don't need to change it. And notice how, as you're breathing, that the breathing just happens. There's an inhalation, a slight pause, and then an exhalation. And the cycle repeats. It's just a natural rhythm. This is the rhythm of life. This is the rhythm of the universe. This is the rhythm of spirit. It is the rhythm of creation. It is the rhythm, it is the breath that maintains and sustains its beloved creation. And its beloved creation is you. And you are it. And so if this is the ever-givingness of spirit, the breath of life, the ever-givingness of spirit, spirit is withholding nothing from you. Spirit is never withholding anything. In fact, spirit is maintaining and sustaining, giving the gift of love to, through, and as you, in you. So I want you to center into this oneness and anchor into this love that is. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Feel free to jot down any notes as I ask you these questions. that you may have in answer to these questions. Allow the wisdom that is in the center of your being to answer the questions. Don't answer them from your head. You're not trying to please me. You're just going to answer from the inner wisdom, the infinite inner wisdom that is love inside of you. And so the first question, how do you define unconditional love? How would your wisdom self define unconditional love? And simply allow what comes through to come through. It may be random. It may feel random. But simply allow this idea of unconditional love to define itself for you. And with the next breath, we say the phrase every week, the transformative power of love. The transformative power of love. What does this phrase mean to you? Allow this phrase of transformative power of love reveal its meaning to you. This one works. And with the next breath, how has the power of love transformed you in your life? How has the power of love transformed you in your life? So every week we open with our focus statement of we embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. So the next question I have for you is, how are you showing up as the transformative power of love with your family, with your friends, and with your community? How are you showing up? How are you demonstrating? How are you showing up as the transformative power of love with your family, your friends, and your community? However you define community. And breathing in again. In what ways are you emboldening people to live their highest potential in your sphere? In what ways are you emboldening people in your sphere of influence? In what ways are you emboldening people in your sphere of influence to live their highest potential? How are you emboldening people in your sphere of influence to live their highest potential? Breathe in again. Returning to the breath, just focusing on the presence, feeling the rhythm of life, feeling the rhythm of breath, feeling the love, the unconditional love maintaining and sustaining you. I invite you to return to this time and space, and we will go to tables for our discussion. You have these questions to share with one another, the ones that I just shared with you. You can use your answers for the ones that I shared with you, or the questions I was just asking you, to spark your discussion. And then there are also these questions on the screen. What does the transformative power of love mean to you? How do you define it and interpret it? How has the power of love transformed your life? Both of those were questions that I asked. And then, what are some examples of love in action? So I invite you to go to tables. And for those of you joining us online, the Zoom room is open, so feel free to come on over to the Zoom room. And we have that on scrolling across the bottom right now for you. And there you go. So, break, go. Here we go. Okay, so everybody pause. Everybody pause. Take a nice deep breath together. All right, and now I invite you to shift your conversation to what would you like prayer for this week, or what would you like your table to know for you in consciousness this week? If you don't like the word prayer, that's fine. But what would you like your table to know for you in consciousness this week? So you have 2 minutes. Go ahead and remember, no stories, just what do you want to know? What do you want the table to know in consciousness for you? And go. 2 minutes. All right. Everybody got it? All right, we're going to come over here to the band first this morning. Whoa. And see what they've been talking about with regard to love in action.
We were just talking about how, because we're all music teachers or involved in music, that we just always feel like we kind of been raised in this thing about community and sharing the gift that we have with other people. Because it just kind of, I just don't know very many teachers or music people who don't try to show, to support the community and love. But the one thing I shared was that it always surprises me, the people who walk up and just say, I believe in you and what can I do for you? And then I'm always a little bit verklempt and never know how to react because somebody, I had a dad come up and buy like $200 worth of pizza, and I couldn't afford a costume for one of my shows, and he just paid for it and said, just tell me what you need. My kid is so happy, and you send him home happy. And to me, I don't even know that man, and he showed me like totally unconditional support and love because he believed in what I was doing. So I think that it's amazing when you are able to be receiving of unconditional love, and I think we all have some of us, me, I have a hard time opening to somebody being unconditionally loving to me, and it's hard for me to accept it and to be gracious and thankful. So something that I've learned how to do is to be more gracious and thankful for somebody giving. I feel that from all of you a lot, and a lot from Jeffrey and from these two over here. So we were talking about that, and we were talking about how music and how what we do just immediately gives us that okay to share and to give unconditionally of ourselves to other people. So that's what we talked about.
Love it. Thank you. Yeah, you can clap for her. I'm like choking here. Who at this table? All right, Heidi. Just anything you were sharing this morning.
Yeah. I shared about a recent example of me deciding to love anyway. So unconditional love is I had a friend who wasn't available when I needed someone to talk to. She basically said, no, I can't have a phone call, but let's make a plan to meet 2 weeks from today. So I thought, but I decided to not cut off the friendship, but to love her where she was at, and in spite of the fact that I didn't get what I needed. So, I'll just add that that's been transformative to me because it put me in a place of peace, so that I can love.
Yeah, thank you. Beautiful. So understanding that love happens, that, it flows to us, and it's really difficult sometimes to accept the love flowing to us because we're so used to giving out. So we have to be able to open to receive, and then also to love anyways, right? Love anyways. Even though we might not be getting exactly what our needs are being met, even though that need isn't being met immediately, to go ahead and love anyways. All right, so how about this table? All right, Cindy?
We talked about love being total acceptance, regardless of differences. The idea of any little kindness, any little act that you do doesn't stop right there. It goes out in the community. So when you're kind to the checker at the grocery store, she's a happier gal. When she goes home, her husband is a happier man because she's not cranky. That kind of thing, that it is that supportive, helpful, kind attitude that you have in the world at large floods everything. It doesn't stop with that one little act.
Yeah, so no act is too small. No act of love is too small, right? It always ripples out. My mom and I were talking on Zoom about being the stone and the ripple, just dropping the stone in the pond. We've talked about that for years, she and I have, and how just that one little act, you never know how far those ripples are going to take and how far those ripples are going to carry. And so this table here. All right. Joe.
So transformative power of love is, when we open ourselves to giving and receiving love, it improves our lives in every aspect, every way, physically, mentally, emotionally. And it has a contagious effect, right? Like what Cindy was saying, when we share love and give love to others, they experience love and they tend to give it back. It goes to that giving and receiving and how it kind of vibrates outward. And then how it's transformed, in terms of it expands our relationships. It leads to more healing, inner healing, less fear, and then things like that.
Yeah, beautiful. Right? When we approach something from love, then we're not operating in fear, right? And fear leads to separation. Fear leads to discord. Fear leads to disharmony. But love can move mountains, as the song said, right? There's no dream that can't come true. There's nothing we can't rise above. We just need a little love to light the way, a little faith, and a little trust. And so it is. So this week, because it's Labor Day weekend, no homework. Exactly. I made you labor in here today. And because I made you labor in here today, I'm not going to assign you any homework. However, these questions, that you have here will be posted on the website and also in our Facebook group. So if you're not a part of our Morning Table Facebook group, I invite you to please join the Morning Table Facebook group because we do have discussions happening in there all week long. Every Sunday afternoon, the affirmation for the week is posted, and then on Mondays, you'll see the Would You Rather conversation starter. So this morning, because of Labor Day and the weekend was brought to you by unions and by labor, right? So thank you for that, right? Yay, we have a weekend. Well, Some of us do anyway. So we have a weekend, right? So the morning table question, or the icebreaker question this morning, the would you rather question this morning was, would you rather work 5 8s or 4 10s? 4 10s? How about zeros? 4 10s? What? 980. Wow. Every other Friday off? Okay. Every other Friday off? All right, that could work. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so 980. All right, every other Friday. It all works, right? Somehow we got lost. All right. So, no homework this week because you've labored enough in here today, but those questions will be available to you in the Facebook group as well. So please, if you haven't signed up for the Facebook group, do so. So I invite you to take out that which you're choosing to contribute and hold it over your heart space. And if you would like to contribute via text to give, an easy way to contribute is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you are choosing to contribute and hit send. It's just like texting a friend because that's exactly what you're doing. You're texting all of your friends here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living and sharing the love with them. So once again, text to give, 951-419-5858. Type in the amount and hit send. If you are watching us online, you can also go to our website at riversidecsl.org, and in the right-hand corner, you will see the word contribute, and so you can contribute that way. Or if you happen to be in our morning table space this morning, you will see a cylinder in the center of the table there, and you can place your analog contributions there into the cylinder, and then I invite you to raise your hands into the center, and let's say this affirmation together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. Let's let the love flow now.
Sunshiny sky, there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling. When your love can't hide, then go on stealing through the moonlight night with your lover. You know it, come on. So let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. So let your love fly like a bird on the wind, and let your love find you and all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season for those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and leave you wonder. It's love and embrace, it's feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back, yeah. So let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you know what I mean, it's the season. And let your love fly like a bird on the wind, and let your love find you and all living things, and let your love shine. And you know what I mean, that's the reason. Oh, let your love flow like the mountain spring, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. You know what I mean, it's the season, yeah. bird on the wind and let your love find you. To all living things and let your love shine. And you know what I mean? That's the reason.
All right, so just a few announcements before we head out here today. First, we have chair yoga with James Woods today at 4 p.m., I believe. I haven't seen him. No? Oh, I guess he's taking Labor Day off too? Well, you won't be laboring with chair yoga, so ignore that announcement. Boom, gone. All right, then on Sunday, September 22nd, we have a special morning table with Dr. Jeannie Kataoka. You saw her a few minutes ago. She is our animal chaplain, and we are having an animal blessing service on Sunday, September 22nd, right here at the morning table. And so, bling. I need more coffee, clearly. The 1 cup wasn't enough. So bring your furry, feathered, or scaly friends with you to the center. Dogs, well-behaved dogs on lead are welcome. And any other critters or creatures, please have them contained somehow so that we don't have a full-blown pandemonium in here. Or you can also bring photos and any large animals like farm animals like cows and horses and llamas. Because I know some of you have pigs or billy goats or something, right? So you can bring them, but Jeannie will bless them outside. We're not going to have Mr. Ed and, Snickle Fritz the cow and everybody in the room. So, yeah. So, or you can represent them with photos as well. You can also represent your beloved animal companions who have gone to the Rainbow Bridge by bringing their photos with you then. So that is also an option. And also, just as a reminder, we do have our animal memorial service on Saturday, the 14th of September. And Jeannie will be doing that online for those animal friends who have passed and who have made their transition. So yes, Jeannie. Yes, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. So we are also, this month, we are doing a pet food drive for animals for Mary S. Roberts Pet Adoption Center. And last year, we brought in over 200 pounds of food, of dog and cat food and other like bunny food and stuff. So we want to surpass that. We want to outdo ourselves, right? Because we're always leveling up. This is one way we can demonstrate love in action in our community. So please do bring that as well. All right. Next, we have the fish fry. Yay. So Kit, Tilly, and Vern, Kit the catfish, Tilly the tilapia, and Vern the vegan, invite you to our annual fish fry that is happening on September 29th at 12:30. The cost is $10. You can use the QR code that is there on the screen to sign up for the fish fry. Or Frank's not here today, so has anybody been put in charge? No. All right, so save your $10 until next week and then see Frank and pay $10 to Frank. And so you can get all of that goodie and yumminess situated. And that's happening here. Yeah, that happens here at Riverside CSL here in Johnson Hall. We fish up the place. So, all right, so Marty, I invite you to come on forward. Marty has an announcement here about groundskeeping, and then I have one final thing, and then we'll be out.
Hello, everybody. Let me talk a little bit about my process over the past few weeks. I would say about a month ago, I came into church and I thought, man, this place looks like crap. It's really looking bad. I mean, there's weeds everywhere. Looks like shit. And so I came on in. I didn't say anything to anybody. I came on in. I did the service. I got filled up with joy and love and all of that stuff. And went home and didn't think anything about it. And the next week I came by and I said, man, there's trash over here. There's homeless crap over here. It looks really bad. We got to do something about this. So then I didn't do anything. I went home and just chilled a little bit. I got this email from Rev Jeff. And Rev Jeff saw the same thing I saw, only his reaction was a little different. And so Rev Jeff is like, what are you guys going to do about it? And so I thought to myself, well, I can't get out there and weed eat, and I can't mow the lawn, It's just like, and it's so hot. And, oh, wow. I kind of felt like shit, though. I felt really guilty because I got this, and it was scathing email from Rev Jeff.
I thought it was very tame myself.
Anyway, long story short, I'm a member of the Leadership Council, and I went to the Leadership Council this last week, and I said, wow, that was like, and one of our members said, Rev Jeff was really pissed off. And I thought, yeah, he sure was. So I asked him, well, what was your response? I'm sure you got, my thinking was, I'm sure you got a lot of people to come forward. He said, I got one response. I thought, holy mackerel. And so I said at the meeting, I said, with one response, we can't count on people to get out there with their lawnmowers and do weed eating, It's just not going to happen. Well, if it isn't going to happen, then we need to pay to have it happen. And we can't afford it. We can't afford to pay out of our budget for that to happen. So the only choice we have, and it's like push has come to shove, is to ask our members to put a little forward. Up until this point, too, I had been giving as much as I could. And I was like, we're watching our pennies at home and everything. Well, honestly, we're not watching our pennies that close. Because through my week, I stop by and I grab a bite to eat. I grab some fries and a Coke, and that's kind of a regular thing for me. I mean, and a fries and Coke are what, $6, $7, something like that.
12.
And I thought I can give up fries and a Coke once a week to throw a few bucks in the Two or More fund, and that's all it would take. Myself and a few friends to throw in a few bucks into the Two or More fund, and that's honestly that's got to be consistent. It can't be just, I'll throw them in this week and I won't worry about it next week, because the maintenance has got to be ongoing. And so I mentioned all of this at the Leadership Council, and they were like, well, what are you going to do about it? Why don't you get up there and tell everybody? And so that's why I'm here. So we need to raise, every month we need to raise about $250. But if 10 people put in $6.25 every week, that would cover it. But it's got to be 10 people too. It can't be just one person and everybody going, well, somebody else will do it. Because there is no somebody else, it's me, And it's not stepping over the trash, or if it is stepping over the trash, it's paying somebody to pick it up. And since I can't pick it up, or I won't pick it up, then I need to come forward and drive by McDonald's instead of swinging in and put my money in the green envelope. So that's all I have to say. It's like, and I know, the people I'm looking at here, I know you guys do above and beyond already. And so I felt a little bit guilty. It's like I'm preaching to the choir. But at the same time, it's just a reminder for me that, I can make a little sacrifice so our place looks nice. And so that's why I came forward today to talk to you.
Thank you. So that's what the green envelopes are there for. The green envelopes are the 2 or more. So remember, the 2 or more, you know what, let's make it 5 or more or 10 or more, right? 2 or more helps, but 5 or more or 10 or more would help even better. But that's what it's there for. It's above and beyond what you would normally be contributing, right? So it's above and beyond what you would normally be contributing. So if there's still time today if you want to do that, and you can also contribute via the website, or you can also contribute via text to give. All you have to do is text to give, put in the dollar amount, and then write in the word MORE, M-O-R-E, following the amount. and it contributes that way. If you go to the website, you can go to contribute and drop down, and you'll see the fund rather than the general. You drop down to the 2 or more fund. Nice and easy. Or there's also the green envelopes. So if you choose to do something with the green envelopes today, that's great. There's a basket in the back of the room over there. You can go ahead and put it in the basket in the back of the room before you leave today, okay? And if you want to make sure that you're being credited for it, because it is tax deductible, make sure that your name is on the outside of it, all right? So, yes, Cindy. Yes. 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 So I also want to acknowledge first that Mike Kataoka last week took care of a huge pile of trash outside, so thank you, Mike. And I also want to acknowledge that Buzz and Trisha spent 3 full days, and I mean 8-hour days, 2 weekends ago, cleaning up the entire thing. And then Mike came last week, and there was a pile of trash. So it does have to be ongoing, right? So, yeah. All right, and then just might as well share, we had 2 tours this week on Wednesday, so that's a positive thing, so that's really great. All right, one more thing, Jubes, and then I'll finally, whatever here. Okay, está bien. A partir del 17 de septiembre, en cooperación con la practicante Emma Morena y nuestros amigos de New Thought Media Network, ofrecemos servicios diarios y semanales en español. Okay? So, for those of you who are not yet bilingual, we'll get there. For those of you who are not yet bilingual, beginning on September 16th, in cooperation with practitioner Emma Moreno, and our friends at New Thought Media Network, we are offering services, daily and weekly services in Spanish for our Spanish-speaking community. So please feel free to share that widely and broadly. We will be doing that through our Facebook group or through our Facebook page. So you will be able to get prayer and meditation daily in Spanish, prayer in the morning, meditation at night, and then we have services, other services and programming throughout the week. So be sure to share that with your neighbors and your friends and your folks, and more information will be coming on that. We're going to soft launch it this week, and then we are going to grand launch it on September 16th, which happens to be Independence Day, Mexican Independence Day. And also it's the start of Hispanic Heritage Month is September 15th. So we are starting a new ministry here at Riverside CSL in cooperation with Emma Moreno and with New Thought Media Network. So yay us! And we're going to grow that too. All right. So I invite our practitioners to please stand and surround the sanctuary. There we go. All right. And our core council to join them, please. There's a few of you left. All right. So let's come together in consciousness, shall we? Recognizing right here and right now that there is just one power, one presence, one life, one love that is the be-all, end-all. It is the Alpha, the Omega. It is eternal, ever present, always evolving, always expressing, always fulfilling and living and moving and breathing and being as its entire creation. And we are that creation. We are one with this one, infinite and eternal within it. We live, move, breathe, and have our being in and as love. The power and the presence of love is our purpose here on earth. And so I give thanks for all of the beloveds who have shown up here this day, who have said yes to being love in action this day, who continue to be the transformative presence, the transformative power of love in their families, with their friends, and their community. I am so grateful for each and every one, for each small act of love. There is no act of love that is too small, that doesn't ripple out and have impact globally and universally. And so I give thanks for this beloved community. I release this word into the law, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. I let it be, and so it is. And I invite everyone to stand and let's say this affirmation together. I put my love in action. Let's hear it. I can't hear you. I put my love in action. Yes, so something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward because love lives here. Happy Sunday.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Have a great Sunday. We love you guys. Pick up the trash.